Yeah, so I've been messing with the list a little bit. I think that I've kind of come a little bit full circle with it. I know we were trying to like a lot of different stuff with Invasion of Alara, Storm the Festival, um, these kind of cards. But I actually like ended up wanting to play Gigantha and the Escape to the Wilds build. Like Escape to the Wilds makes you much better against Blood Moon. It lets you play Gigantha as a companion. Overstorm the Festival. And I also think I just like the 4 Explore build Noah Zusa. Like, the extra cantrip is really nice to dig you for the payoffs, which can sometimes be a little bit of an issue when you're not playing Storm. Also, like, I think this deck is very good. It's a hard deck to playtest because it sometimes just feels like if you run into, like, a lot of hate, you lose, and if you don't run into a lot of hate, you win. Something using your OBS to display. So I'm using OBS to display this logo. Our logo's not... I'm just confused about that. Anything in OBS, Streamlabs, screens can be seen burned in. So these are burned in ads that I have now. 7.3%, 8%. This is so dumb. So like, so this is a burned in ad, but you can have on-stream logos to 3%. Like, this doesn't make any sense. What's the grace period? Yeah, I can imagine that, like, tweet it and then immediately get banned, right? Yeah, posters in the background, maybe. Oh, wait, so I can't have this, I have to have posters in the background? So dumb. Like usual. Okay, it's not so, it doesn't go into effect till 7/1. Hopefully enough people on Twitter complain about it. They roll it back. Twitch like pretty rarely caves to that kind of stuff, but maybe sometimes they do. Yeah, I think that there's a like it's so like weird and obscure and like hard to enforce and like yeah what even is the reasoning? There's a good chance that this gets rolled back. Not playing Grazer. No, you want to hold your Grazer as a ritual. So like here it's like +3 mana. We wouldn't be able to go off this turn. I guess we would have, but we had less mana for this turn. Reason is they aren't getting their cut. They get cut on ads. It's so fucking dumb. It's like that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. They're not gonna make more money from ads if with the space being gone. Like, they still are gonna run ads on the video. You know what I mean? Like, this is just now just empty. Just dumb Twitch bullshit like usual. They want to cut up the deals. I don't know. It's probably. Allegedly, it's due to FCC requisitions. That probably is not true. I need to find a Karn. Oh boy, or Golos. There we go. So I should have 2 land drops plus the Grazer. Should I play this deck in a paper event? Why not? Looks pretty busted. It's at the very least surely not an unreasonable thing to think about playing. It also like did well. Bob did well with a version in a challenge recently. Very few people play this deck. I'm just gonna make mana before I cast the Karn here. %. Yeah, I think that's a good guess that like this is because the like Twitch ad incentive program has not been as popular as they wanted, so like they're trying to force people to take it. I agree. 15. 19, 23. It just sucks because like on Twitch you're like constantly like fighting. Oh, I forgot we just showed him the door. We're just like constantly fighting, you know, like Twitch is like actively adversarial to the content creators, like just actively like in like business war with us, and we're just trying to fucking do our thing. It sucks so much. FTC. Oh, so we're up against Yawgmoth. Gonna run it back against Yawgmoth. Yeah, so it's like they're using this as an excuse, an excuse to go after the outside Twitch ad income. I think it just really feels like an excuse. I don't know, like something that you can point to like justify like forcing the creators to take the ad incentive program. This is a close hand. I think I'm gonna mulligan on the draw. Try to find something a little bit more explosive, which this definitely is. You have to put back Lotus Field. Yeah, so what's apparently happening is that like these like the Nord cool stuff Moxfield I have here, they are no longer allowing that. I'm pretty dead to force this game anyway, so we'll just not play around it. We'll just have to make it smaller. So, but I think that they're still not allowed because it's a burned-in ad, which is not allowed. A burned-in ad. So it would have to be like in my stream background, which like my sponsors are not gonna. They're just gonna pull out. Like it's also like maybe it's different for like cool stuff Moxfield, like because they're like Magic creators, whatever. Nord will definitely pull out if this goes into effect. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, it's also like, you know, I don't know, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, so pick up the forest, play the forest. Play the Grazer, put in Growth Chamber, no, put in the Gruul Turf. But also, like, there's a chance that this gets rolled back still, because sometimes Twitch just cave to pressure when they make these like super greedy corporate decisions. Sometimes they don't. They usually don't. But it's still like a month, and who fucking cares? As the Pro Tour is the I'm gonna focus on. These are fine as smaller. Just read. Yeah, I didn't want to read the whole thing on stream, but that is true. If these are fine but smaller, then it's okay. Like my Nord contract's expiring in like a month or two, so like maybe I lose that one, and then like I keep the cool stuff Moxfield. I stay in 3%. We're fine or something. We'll figure it out. We'll be. You know, it's also like one thing that's like really fucking tough on Twitch is like it's so tough to like come up as a content creator. It's so tough to like grow already. Already it is so tough to grow, and like Twitch just makes it harder and harder and harder for newer and like less enfranchised content creators to grow on the platform. They just like they take away the outside sponsors. They take away your revenue splits. They just make it harder and harder. And so like it's for me who's like, you know, pretty comfortable on here, it's a lot easier, but it just for other people I know this is going to be a bigger hit. It'll be a temporary for a bit. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Just move to YouTube. I mean, I will say this, like the whole just move, like this has been my career for 4 years. I haven't read the whole fucking thing. I'll be okay. I will be okay for the foreseeable future no matter what. It's like, you know, Esther has like a really good job. You know, it's like I'm okay. I'm gonna do okay. We'll figure out what's going on. I have a big community here. I love the community here. Things are fine, you know.
What are you talking about?
There's some Twitch bullshit. I'll fill you in later. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Just some Twitch bullshit. It's exciting time. It's PT testing time.
Quit my job.
Okay, I didn't think that this. Someone in chat was like, "Are we gonna see Timeless Lotus get copied?" I'm like, "No, it's legendary. That'll never happen. It's happening. It's happening. We're gonna copy it." Oh, now we're just gonna get to go Golos spend though. Although I can play my amulet first.
You're not done with this.
Yeah, no, I've been sipping on it. Did I okay this card? Destroy all creatures power 3 or greater, then create a creature token for each creature you control. I don't remember that one, but maybe. I don't know. I like the set is very different from when I saw it. So, oh, sorry. I shouldn't. I need to bounce the Gruul Turf. I shouldn't have tapped this. I need to go back and look through my notes. I don't recall this card. I could have seen something close to this though. Okay, so if I copy the amulet now and they destroy it in response, I don't get to spin Golos this turn. So let's not do that. Oh, now I can do it. This was like the worst time for them to pop the Mite by a lot. So it's kind of greedy to get Lotus Field here. I think I'm just gonna get a bounce land. Darstone 4 months, thank you. So we hit an amulet and we hit an explorer. We can put Gigant into play even if we brick here. Yeah. We're okay, but let's just on one card. I do want to put Gigant in play for color purposes, although I guess with the gardens, maybe we'd still be okay. If I got a Lotus, we maybe would have been able to spin again. Darstone 4 months, thank you. Yeah, Gigant is just so relevant. This is like, you know, this is maybe the biggest part of like Storm versus Escape is Giganta, but Gigant's really good. Yeah, I probably should have got Rot Farm for the black mana. So they're gonna cord for a Yawgmoth, but they can't kill without a Force of Vigor. They can't kill my Golos. Was it tech for moving Cataracts from the list? I honestly just like wasn't like. I just don't think it's that necessary. I think like you do get it sometimes. But I think the times you get it is less relevant than like the times you draw it and it's like just not that good. If that makes sense. It's close though. It's definitely close. What number Pro Tour? So I've played 2 Arena PTs and 2 real Pro Tours. So this is maybe my 3rd Pro Tour, 5th PT. I know like some people are like weird about the distinction. Yeah, number 5. So even if they do have Force, they still get to spin the Golos. Yeah, the Invasion of Alara build, very, very fun for this deck. I don't think it's as good, though. Naval Pain, good username to give the 8 months. Hope you're doing well. So how are you doing, Aspiring Spike? Have you played the PT? I mean, the username Aspiring Spike has always been, like, half of a joke because I've been a competitive player for a while. And it's also always been, like, half... Well, they do have Force. I don't know. It's always been like half joke, half like self-improvement motto kind of thing. You know what I mean? Less about like, I need to make it to the Pro Tour. Okay. So we're probably needling this turn, although can play a 4-mana spell. So I can go either bounce in for turn. Yeah, I guess I can play up to a 5-drop actually, but like there's not really a 5-drop that does enough here because I'm just stuck afterwards, right? I can copy Amulet, play Grazer, get Metamorph, copy Golos, but then I can't spin the Golos. I'm overthinking it a little bit, but I just need to think out these kind of complicated lines for games where it's not this complicated, but I do think that it's actually going to be just correct to do this. Yeah, I don't really see an outcome where this isn't just the right line. I think it's actually good to put the Forest in, since I don't have anything else to use my mana on. I think it's next turn Talisman. Yeah, I can win the game next turn. That part's not too tough. I'm just trying to think, like, is there ever a better spot? Ballista for 2 gives you some time on Yogg. I think it's just Needle Yawgmoth with them having no cards in hand. It just has to be correct here. Goldberry is a new card that can move counters. Can you link it? I don't remember most of the card names or the card text at this point. Save me, Grazer. Save me. They can kill Golos with a proliferate. Not with the needle. Also stopping that activated ability. I don't think I've seen this one. Goldberry River Daughter. Is this Sam's wife? No. A nymph, not a halfling, sure. Or hobbit. Move a counter of each kind onto Goldberry from another target permanent you control. Okay. Move one counter from Goldberry onto another target permanent you control if you do draw a card. Tom Bombadil's wife? Dude, I thought Tom Bombadil was like totally like... not the marriage type, I don't know. Alright, let's spin Golos before we do anything else. We have Black Mana from the Gardens. Oh, there's also an Urborg in play? Oh, so that's the Yavimaya. Oh boy. 2 escapes and a Golos, GG. Okay, well, we'll show our opponent the door, I suppose. Okay. This is a bit of resolve. Cool. Damn it. No, it's not creativity. They're playing Zoggoth Triumph. I actually don't know what they're doing. I guess they're a domain deck. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I was thinking I could float a green mana if I played this first. Not that it matters a lot. Yeah, I think Boromir will be a good fit for humans. Okay, Mox Field, list up to date. Okay. Opponent's got a Prismatic Ending and not a lot else, it seems. They got a Fire Ice. You misdirect your land? I don't think so. I went... No, I bounced. Just bounced in. Probably not playing that one. Yeah, 2 Explorers. Ha 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 ha. 2 Explorers. We're ramping, though. Yeah, probably not Rhinos. I do like the, I don't know, the Azusa plan also does this a little bit, but like just the 4 Explorers helps you, like when they pending you, just get a lot of mana into play. Yeah, let's go for a Golos here with a green floating for Grazer. I want to put an Urza Saga into play so I can get Amulet in play as soon as possible, if possible. My opponent could have Counterspell in their deck somehow, but so far, are they just blue-white control awful mana base? There's something for sure. All right, I think it's still better to use the Explorers because of the cantrip, and then the Grazers are kind of better like rituals when we find our amulet. Okay though. Yeah, there may be like the Rin and 6 blue-white control deck with like, you know, the worst mana you've ever seen. What's the math of pitch card count? How many green cards are needed to sideboard Force of Vigor? There's like a lot of factors, right? Like one, if you're a Kihira deck, you don't need like, there's like almost no restrictions. There's like almost no restrictions if you're just like a Kihira deck, which, you know, you might not be right, but the first copy is like really free, and it's like how often are you gonna be able to hardcast the card? Force is pretty hardcastable, like assuming like no other variables, I think you could really easy get away with like 11 total green cards, just because like you're gonna be okay hardcasting it enough of the time. But ideally, you want like a lot more. You want like 15, 16. Every single additional one you play, the card gets better. Yeah, I think they have Sacred Foundry because it's Domain with Zaggoth Triumph would be my guess. But I'd say my top PT choices are this deck, 8 key, plus ring, and scales. I don't want to put 8 key plus 1 ring in it yet. I haven't tested it at all, but it's, I don't know, maybe you could, sure, I guess. So like my top choices are like Rhinos. I guess I would, of the choices of like Creativity, Murktide, Rhino, Scam, Hammer, I would pick Rhinos. So my number one choices are like Rhinos, Sacrifice, Green Red Food, Sultai Food. I think is still very good. Prowess is kind of like an outside oddball, but I need to play some more Prowess. Omnath Nissa, like the list Dingo's been playing, I think is really good. A Keysher, Samwise Food. So like that kind of stuff, I guess. Okay, so they have Rin and 6 Boseiju. Hopefully this is going to be slow enough for me to fight through. The up-to-date Red Black Sacrifice is in the Mox Field. We may play it today, we may play it tomorrow. Okay, let's try to find an amulet off this Stirrings, which we have failed to do. So I guess I just grab a forest and play the forest and go Karn, Needle on Boseiju. Oh, I have an amulet over here too. Let's still Needle the Boseiju this turn though. Oh, sorry, Boseiju who endures. I want to play this so I can copy this amulet here. Traz, 27 months, thank you, hope you're doing well. How far from the PT do you feel like you need to lock in a deck choice? I don't know. Not as up until the deadline. I'm still working, I think. Just depends. And also, like, sometimes, like, you can lock in a deck choice, but things change and you have to unlock, you know. They Boseiju the Lotus. No, yeah, Garden's copy Needle. You have a Needle with no name, I think. Okay, Fun Raveler into Bounce Needle plus Channel Boseiju would be my guess. Bounce Saga, sure. So thankfully, there is an amulet in Exile that I can wish for with Karn, copy with Gardens, and win the game really easily this turn, I think. If they have like a random force, we have some things to think about. We will simply show our opponent the door in a little bit. We got some wheels spinning to do first, I suppose. Oh, not even very much wheel spinning. Oh, I should have bounced the bounce land though. I thought I had one more in my hand. We're okay though. Okay, so can we go just Karn for door right now? I think we have enough mana. Yeah, we have enough mana. Yeah, no, Escape is really good. Alright, you've been showed the door. Let's run it back. I don't think I want to bring in the Mite. Would Krakus be better if it said Legendary Permanent? This question is very funny to me because usually when it's like, would it be better if it was strictly better? The answer is yes. This is like the first time this question is an exception to that because it could bounce like other copies of itself, like. So, like, you'd have, like, the Krakus of... I mean, it would be better, right? But, like, the fact that you could get your Krakus bounced by another Krakus would be really annoying. But it would be better, yeah. It is kind of funny, though. Because usually it's, like, the question, would it be better if it was if it had a strictly better upside, like bounce legendary permanent? Yeah. But this is kind of funny that like, you know, you have like Krakus like bouncing each other again. Oh no, can I mulligan a double amulet hand? My opponent's on a mull to 6. I have to. There's no play. Yeah. I think if they have pending, I'd rather than pending this expedition map, although it's not. It's kind of close, to be honest. Could have gone for like Lotus Field here, but I think I'm just gonna wait until I get the second amulet. Yeah, they have Sandbar in their mana base. So greedy. Their deck is just Greed Tribal, I guess. Greed Tribal. Okay, so I think we go Lotus Field for... I guess we would want to go Gruul Turf before Lotus Field so we can cast the Grazer. More lands for the Sandbar? Yeah, maybe. You still kind of... I don't know. It's weird, right? Maybe not that weird. So I'm going to go blue... white, then play my Golos, and then get the Rot Farm so we can spin. Guess I could have got another Lotus. That was probably a bit better actually, since we really want to win this turn. So the extra 2 mana would be pretty nice. Could also go for Karn. I don't think there's anything I want to Karn for right this second though. Okay, that's really nice pickup. Another Escape to the Wilds, which is, you know, plus 5 cards, plus 1 mana with triple amulet and a Gruul Turf. I guess I do want to like maybe look for another amulet off the Stirrings though. We'll take the Lotus Field. That should probably do it. The Grazer and the Explorer just both so much mana. Oh boy. Alright, I guess we will simply show our opponent the door here, huh? Oh yeah, was the person who was like, you're not considering playing this paper tournament just worried about like counting the mana? It'd be fine. I wouldn't be that worried about it. For a deck that is like so popular, a deck has like a lot of weaknesses and you have to like over prep for the mirror because it's so popular. I don't know, just a weird deck to even talk about. Put back second Karn. Where can you get a link to the chart? Well, I have one on my Twitter. Gigantha Cavern on Human. Interesting. I just very recently followed that account. Actually, I'm sure someone in chat can link it to you. Yeah, I'll find it. They're a really good account to follow, so I'll shout it out. Yeah, this is mtgmeta.io. They just post these charts all the time. I'll post a link in the chat. It was on the main Reddit forum. Stay away! No, chatter, don't go to the Reddit forum! Don't do it! No! Stay away! Don't do it. Yeah, it looks like Gigantha Human's really weird, right? No, stay away from the Magic subreddits. It's too late. They're already gone. Why do we hate Reddit? It's just a meme. I don't. I use it all the time. I don't use the Magic subreddits, mostly because it's like weird to see people talking about me sometimes. Yeah, Magic the Circle Jerking is pretty good, but I use Reddit all the time, which is like why I make fun of it so much. It's fine. It's fine. I don't actually, despite me saying I do constantly, I don't actually hate Reddit. Meddling Mage. Naming Karn the Great Creator. Makes sense. Very good against my specific hand, but also the correct name when you see Gigantha over here. Yeah, it wasn't my beam, just a Chatter's beam I stole. Yeah, nobody complains more about Reddit than Reddit users. Ujirina. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna need to find a Golos. If we find a Golos, like, or like Stirrings into Golos, or Escape to the Wilds into it, we're okay. We don't, I guess we have to do it like this turn, though. Oh, ding ding ding. Cool. Is Humans a good deck? Yeah, Humans is actually pretty good right now. Got a lot of upgrades from Aftermath, and like... There was another like recent big-ish upgrade to Humans. I don't know, I'm kind of blanking on exactly what it was. Sorry, red mana. Yeah, Humans is fine. Oh, sorry, Knight Errant. Knight Errant was a nice upgrade too. If I play Timeless for the Pro Tour, I'll definitely have at least, in this deck, I'll definitely have at least one ring in the sideboard for Karn. I'm not, like, it's obviously not as exciting in this list compared to, like, the 8-key deck, which has all these keys to untap the One Ring with. It's, like, just, like, so perfect for that deck. Yeah, you got Coppercoat, Jirina, and then Ranger Captain of Aeons, which are, or the whatever the new one, the new Convoke one. All those are pretty nice upgrades. Okay, Floating Wooburg, spin Golos. Hit another Amulet and hit a Escape to the Wilds, which is very good news. And with Karn named with Meddling Mage, we just simply have to go through our entire deck with Golos and cast an Emrakul, which is actually way easier than it sounds, funny enough. Funny enough, not that hard to do. Okay, so let's go cast Explore, play Lotus Field, make Esper mana. This probably reminds me of playing Mono Green and Pioneer. Yeah, at least we have a Meddling Mage, so the puzzle's a bit more fun. Okay, there's another Timeless Lotus to make the math a bit easier, or the spinning a bit easier. Did I enjoy playing Mono Green? I kind of like talk a little shit about it, but it's I do like playing Mono Green. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of parts I don't like. I really don't. I don't like the games where you're in like a really competitive setting that like you've won the game. It's like playing Control where you've won the game but your opponents can't concede and you just have to do a lot of wheel spinning. That's not like super exciting, but I think the early game is really exciting and it is fun to play. It's not that bad. There we go. Any reason? Not really much reason to do anything else besides cast the Emrakul because my cards are named. Very lucky top deck drawing that Golos. Think Containment Priest is good against Mono Green? If I was like playing Humans, I would board it in because like it is good against Storm the Festival. But it's not like it wouldn't be like the sideboard card I'd be playing against Green, but I would likely board it in as Humans against Green. But you already have a really good matchup, so I also wouldn't necessarily recommend worrying about it too much. Why 4 Explore versus whatever either is Usurp Steel. So I haven't been loving the steals as much as I had hoped, or like I would play Metamorph over Steel. I think that plan is better with the Storm the Festival tech. But I think with the Escape to the Wilds tech, you just want to play Explorers because they're better hits off the escapes a lot of the time, and they also like cantrip you into win cons, which can be an issue when you don't have Storm. So right now I'm kind of thinking that it's like kind of bad if my opponent ghosts me, but it's really really good if they don't. So we'll keep because like assuming they Meddling Mage Karn, this hand is so good because they Meddling Mage Karn last time. If they Meddling Mage Emrakul because they're ghosting, then you know good beats. Not that I'm accusing them of that, but just kind of thinking out loud. Yeah, Humans is like Humans and Spirits are both really bad for Green. Humans is probably a little worse. Like I didn't play against Humans at all weekend, thankfully. Oh yeah, the blue-white Lotus Field deck in Pioneer looked pretty cool. I like the look of it. It's playing not playing Bloodsun, it's playing the 1/3, and that card that seems like pretty relevant. The static ability against opposing decks. It's like they never name Emrakul here unless they're ghosting. Yeah, they named Karn again. It's cool. Then we just get to go turn 3 Emrakul. I think we keep Karn there. They would have to have Meddling Mage. We can cast Emrakul. But not as soon as Karn. No, we can cast this next turn. We can cast this next turn. Very easily cast this next turn. That was your misevaluation, is thinking that we can't turn 3 Emrakul. Pelucranos does improve the Spirits matchup. Like, I'm playing 3 Pelucranos, and I actually had like a really, really good draw against Spirits. The one match I lost, but they just had like a perfect hand on the play game 3. Yeah, but the Pelucranos helps. It's still a bad matchup. It's still one of your worst matchups. A lot of times, like, you really want to try to mulligan to like you really want to turn 2 Pelucranos on the draw. Pelucranos was great. I really liked it. Wow. Yeah, 6 permanents, huh? We don't even need the Timeless Lotus to cast the Emrakul. Have we won on turn 3 every... No, not every single game this league, but most of them. Putting back Karn, I think, was a pretty good play, if I can pat myself on the back. Oh, no, we do need the Lotus. Sorry, we're one short. Bad turn. Blaster, thank you for Twitch Prime. Hope you're doing well. What happened to Phoenix? I don't know. It's just like there's not a lot of graveyard hate. I was talking to Mason about it, and Mason played Phoenix in the RC. And I actually think Phoenix would have been a really good choice. I even considered like switching to it, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I took the choice I did, because it worked out. But I don't know. Like Rakdos really cut a lot of the anti-Phoenix sideboard cards, so and I really it has the kind of consistency issues that make it very difficult to win a PT or win an event with, because I don't know, it is just not that consistent, and you're very likely to lose a few matches because your draws are kind of mediocre. You mulligan really hard. But it's a fine deck to play. Like it's a fine choice, but got some problems for sure. Interesting. You have to take the Lotus. They just don't have any mana producing lands yet. I can also go like Lotus Field next turn into Timeless Lotus into Escape if I feel like I'm gonna get Blood Mooned or something. Aren't you obligated to keep track of floating mana with the app? You can use paper pen, but it's not that hard. Just take the time to write it down. I mean, it's not that. It's kind of annoying, sure. The zombie version is strongest, most consistent. Modern Pioneer, mono black, black white, black red, and mono black blue. I would say black red for Goblin Bombardment, but I have not. I've not picked up the zombies in a while. Ever since we stopped doing dono decks. Okay, so I think seeing that my opponent's not very likely to play Blood Moon because they're Jund, I'm just going to Stirrings. If I find an Amulet, we can try to go off, which you did not find an Amulet. I do want another payoff in my hand. I think with the Escape to the Wilds, I'm okay to play this Growth Chamber. Lets me make a Saga token, and it lets me... I'm probably going to hit another Bounce Land here. Will I be testing in paper too? Yeah, I mean, I just qualified like 2 days ago. I would love to be part of a testing team. I've been talking to some people. I'm probably going to be... I will be working with people. I just don't know exactly who yet. And, you know, I feel like the prettiest belle of the ball. You're not allowed to keep track of mana with dice. I believe that you are not allowed to keep track of mana with dice. I also believe that that rule is not very heavily enforced. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it's not a very seriously enforced rule, but I do believe it is the rule, which I love to follow rules. Yeah, let's go for escape first, so that we're not playing into like Boseiju really hard. Lots of people want to make team for modern knowledge. I mean, I've been asked by a few people I really respect, and like, I don't know, like, yes, you know what I mean? Yes. I've been doing nothing but playing Modern for the last, you know, like I've literally been doing nothing but trying to innovate in Modern for 4 years. So I am a somewhat desirable person, I think, at the moment. Yeah, we saw the new ad limitation stuff. I'll think about it later. Oh, they did have a Boseiju. Thought they would have Boseiju an Amulet by now. That's okay though. Still doing fine. Okay, let's go explore. Play the Lotus Field. Make black-white. I still have a land drop, right? I maybe don't. No, I don't. Okay. So if I go... I don't have another Lotus Field in the deck either. I can still play and spin Golos. So then I should cast the Stirrings first, though, because if I had a Timeless Lotus, it's better to cast it now. I guess I grab one of these. Also, is it ever better to Karn here? We have 9 mana. No, I think it's just always better to spin in this specific spot. Although I did not hit super well. That being said, we're still also doing we're pretty ahead. We remove a Splinter Twin. I mean, I'm committed to a 24 Inquisition of Kozilek. I'm committed to a 24-hour Twin stream whenever they unban it. Whenever that is. Which maybe never. Wow, that's shocking. Okay. So I don't have the Grazer combo anymore. Could be weirdly good to like copy Grazer with Metamorph this turn, although I can just copy Golos instead. I guess we go 6 mana. I think I just get Ballista. Kill the token, attack with both. A weird game. We put them down to 4 though. We put them in a spot where they're kind of on the defense, in a spot where they can't really race me if they want to kill Karn. They, I would imagine, want to kill Karn. Revive the Shire. Return target permanent from your graveyard to hand. Create a food token. Yeah, I mean, the food decks are really glumped up at 2 mana, but you could play some number of this potentially. The food decks are going to become so interesting to build. If they have Ragavan Double Bolt as their 3 cards, good beats. So I have 6 mana. I can Metamorph as a ritual if I need to. So I can go 6 mana, -3 to Metamorph my Golos to get another bounce line. I don't have any Lotus Fields left in the deck. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can +1 on an Amulet. Yeah, and then even if they crack their fetch removal spell, they're dead because they guard going down a life. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, Ragavan in hand. Right. Funny. Okay, let's run it back. You may cast spells as turns delayed flash. Pretty excited about this for Storm. I mean, they board out the Fatal Pushes. I mean, this is game 1. But it doesn't matter. Like, we're just, like, still... Oh, I guess they pushed the Construct. Yeah, never mind. We actually... If it was pushed, we were dead, but it was Ragavan. To me, that doesn't seem like... what it is Storm's missing. Moldifor. Pretty good Moldifor, though. I'm definitely keeping Saga, Gardens, Amulet. Yeah, then I'll keep an Escape to the Wilds, I think, because I can worst case scenario map for a Gruul Turf. Pretty good. What deck Human saw the most play across MTGO? I invented Burn and Splinter Twin and Amulet Pod and every deck. I don't know. People ask me this question all the time. I don't really care to talk about it. There's a few that stick out, and there's a few that don't, and who cares? Is my usual answer. Yeah, I did. I did invert Merfolk though. Yeah, it's just who cares. Well, unfortunately, we are very much on the draw Gruul Turf soon or lose plan. Not the plan I prefer to be on, but it's the plan we are on. I don't know. We could draw actually any bounce land here. It'd be fine. We also have game 3 on the play. I was hoping for the flawless league, though. Yeah, it would be so cool to register Door to Nothingness at the Pro Tour. Was it on purpose bringing out the map with the E1 play? Yes. We needed them to pop the explosives there so we could do this and set up to win with them Escape to the Wilds. If we wait and they don't pop the explosives, they're just going to wreck me even harder. Like, we're always going to get at least 2 for 2'd there, and so we need to get 2 for 2'd and not like 3 for 1. Or we're going to get 2 for 1. We can't get 3 for 1. If that makes sense. I think I'm going to bring in the Needle for game 3. Since Karn shuts off the explosives by itself, we're not going to Karn for the Needle ever, really. How many Snapcasters legally registered at the PT? I would guess exactly 4 copies. Exactly 1 Boomer shows up. Mulligan. Like a Grazer. Don't love like not having a bounce line in the hand, but we didn't have a bounce line in the hand last turn either, I guess. Totally fine if my opponent like pings my Grazer this turn. Looks like a Boseiju. Did you not turn 1 the Grazer to save it? Yeah, you almost always hold Grazer in this deck until after you have Amulet in play. There are exceptions, but I almost always hold it. I think we make without a ton to do here. I think I'm just gonna do this. Bolts the Grazer. I think I do kind of have to block here. I don't love it because it's like this is about to be big enough to eat the Ragavan, but just so bad if they need the extra mana for some disruption this turn, and I draw any of my mini payoffs here on a turn where like I could very easily go off if I draw Escape or Golos or Stirrings or Karn. I'm hoping that my read on their Boseiju was wrong. I think if they have Boseiju, they should have already used it. That doesn't necessarily mean that they would have, right? Here, I think we just copy. We could put Golos in our hand. We can cast Golos next turn, right? Oh. Actually, or sorry, not Golos, Giganta. I mean, yeah, it was probably better to, like, copy Bounce Lane Giganta in hand, because we're 1 short of Bounce Lane Giganta in hand and cast it next turn. Although we could just cast Timeless Lotus, then cast Giganta. Okay, so it looks like no Boseiju. Or maybe, I probably still no Boseiju. Do you think the new End rule will be better than Swords and Fervent Champ? I don't think I've seen it. Can you link it? Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create 2 tap spirit tokens with flying. If that creature is legendary, instead create 2 tokens that are tapped and attacking. Oh, we drew a Golos. Okay, I'll digest this in a second. Let me try to win. Ryan the Mind, 21 months. Okay, thank you. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Almost definitely tapping the Golos here. So the Giganta for the Golos. It's crazy how good Golos is in this deck. Like Golos is like better than Titan. Like even if Titan was 5 mana, I think it would be better. It's like combination like payoff enabler. It's just so ridiculous. Plays like so weirdly perfectly with Timeless Lotus too. Alright, so I have... do I have enough to spin Golos and then cast this Lotus? I think I'm a little short. So I have 5, 11, yeah, 1 short. I need to cast this first. Yeah, Giganta and the Golos cost is always so fun. Oh, there's an Emrakul. Okay, opponent did not concede. Okay, they did concede. Right, we're 4-0. Is there a prediction live? There's not a prediction live. Toaster with the 14 months, right up to 21. Always said to mulligan a Amulet, but you have to when you can't play land. This hand's really good, so we're really happy to keep. Likely fine just put back the second Saga, because we're going to go Saga map, turn 2, crack map for bounce land, and then copy... Yeah. The new Smeagol. Yeah, we haven't talked about the new Smeagol. It would be... It's kind of funny because I worked on the site. I don't think that there is a Smeagol Golem split card, but that would have been pretty fun. I prefer Spike or my legal name. It's like exactly the same for me, honestly. I have no like strong preference for Spike or Evert, but like I think if you know me from the stream, it's better to call me Spike, and if you know me personally, it's better to call me Evert, because I've grinded Magic for a long time, and sometimes I forget how I know people, and so it's like a bit easier, like if I know if you know me from my old days or my new days, but it's the same. Either is about exactly the same. Efart is not okay. I mean, if they have turn 2 Blood Moon, it's okay. I mean, it's not okay. We're gonna lose, but okay. But they don't have it, so we're gonna win. Probably. Unless they thought sees this Emrakul, then things are fun. Things are fun. I've never seen anybody take an Emrakul faster. Alright, so take an Amulet. Copy. Gotta win. Gotta win this turn. And we have to do it without an Emrakul in our deck. Okay, so I have 4 floating, 8. I mean, the Stirring says really high upside here. I guess this Golos is technically +1 mana because we have 2 Lotus Fields in the deck. Okay, so we get the first Lotus Field. We're gonna have to run really well. No, the Efart Moron isn't people being mean to me. It's when I was in the 6th grade or something. Yeah, it's the 6th grade. There's a substitute teacher with like a really heavy accent who called me Efart Moron when calling roll in school. And like that, the kids in like middle school called me because of that. Called me Efart Moron for years and years and years. And I made the mistake of telling the story on stream. Okay, dead. All that work just to die to Voidwalker Emrakul. Yeah, Needle Voidwalker would be an option if we had hit anything. Okay, we actually hit the sideboard though. We're gonna bring in a Mite and a Boseiju. Mite and a Boseiju. I don't think I cut the Emrakul. I've been Necromancer too many times. I think I just go -2 Explorer. Sorry if it's not a fond memory. It's fine. I think it's funny when people say it in chat. I don't really care. 26 lands been enough? Yeah, I think it's fine. You also have like a map to find a bounce land if you're finding enough Saga. I like the number. Okay, I think I put back the Grazer because I need the Stirrings to dig for a Saga or an Amulet. Obviously, Grazer's nice against the Ragavan deck. Would have been a nice 7. Have to take the Saga to try to find a an Amulet. Yeah, just concentration on game here, and not annoyed. Exposes on 1. I feel like people, I don't know. I guess they did know to do this always. You still think Dredge and Burn are well positioned? So Dredge and Burn have like the classic like tier 2, tier 3 problems where they're really good against some of the tier 1 decks, and they're like pretty bad against some of the other ones. So there's issues. Like Dredge is like very good against Creativity and Murktide, and I think it's good against Rhinos, but it's very bad against Scam, and it's bad against Hammer. This deck, I think I don't mind it against Murktide, Rhinos, Creativity, Hammer, but it is very bad against Scam. Yeah, she was really cool. The Marcy, right? The player I drew with in the last round. It's always a bonding experience, like drawing to a Pro Tour together, I think. Or like, it's just something special about sharing the moment, right? Punish for attacking. Thank you, Skittles. Alright, well, a lot of concentration. Bricked on the Golos pretty hard game 1. She was on camera before me. I don't think I was on camera all weekend, was I? I did like a little interview with Tannen, but I don't even know if they used it. If we draw a land here, yeah, if we draw a land, we're kind of doing it. The second Blood Moon stinks because like my Mite isn't really good enough. I think I actually just plus here so they can't just attack my Karn down. Winning this game would be very cool. Whenever you like win a hard game, it's just like one of my favorite things in Magic. This card's 2 Ragavans. Yeah, I need the Citadel, the sideboard, huh? Oh, I can Metamorph the Spyro. Can also get Ballista. They're attacking me. Okay, now I'm just definitely casting Timeless Lotus. Exciting game. Think there's any room in Modern for Red White Convoke? Caleb 4-1 last night. I mean, I built the deck and I played a lot of it. I think the deck is fine and somewhat playable. It has some of the same consistency issues that you have in Modern and Pioneer, while also having better interaction. But the deck is fine. Yeah, we're dead. Bummer. Okay.